Daylight, my MVVs, welcome. Ebony yet again is alleged to have gone melodramatic, raved, rant, cried as she was shot out of Ooni of Ife's, Primerose Hill house in London by Dr. Elizabeth. Now, if you have ever been to London or you have been around London or you understand how the, what do you call it, how London is. Generally, you know that there are places where very influential people live. Houses there are very, very expensive. Like this Primerose estate, or Primerose Hill rather, is very expensive. And they said that happens to be the place where Ooni of Ife owns the house. Now, remember as at last year, Ooni of Ife was said not to have owned a house in London. Why? Ooni of Ife is a serial entrepreneur, an investor, Mongo. Ooni of Ife believe in investing at home. Ooni of Ife believe in giving birth to his children right here in Nigeria. Ooni of Ife believe in doing everything right there in Nigeria because he feels that he is not going to generate resources from Nigeria and use it to develop, foreign nations where his own is underdeveloped. And that is why you see that Ooni of Ife happens to be one of those kings who is doing all his businesses right there in Nigeria. The best he can do is to bring expatriate to Nigeria to come and, do certain businesses with him right there in Nigeria, like the new equity clinic. Some of the partners are, some of the best doctors in India. He had to bring them together to come and set up that hospital because he wants to create, revenue for his country through taxes and also get his young people employed. Ooni of Ife happens to be a good king. At least that is what we all know about him. Or maybe that is what I know about him. And so now they said only recently, because of the fact that he goes to London all the time, and most times he's in London, they stay in all of the big hotels and it's capital intensive. And they decided to buy a house in London. And they said they bought a house in Primerose Hills right there in London, and a very a great neighborhood for very influential people in the world. And now, from what we are hearing, if this information is true, the apartment in Primerose Hill right there in London was purchased by the Ooni of Ife and his wife, Dr. Elizabeth. Now, a lot of people do not know about Dr. Elizabeth. Dr. Elizabeth has has a doctorate degree in IT, yeah? And she is she has a medicine, like she is a medical doctor. The woman is super, super intelligent, but she seems to be shy somewhat and quiet, but very smart. But you do not go close to her. If she doesn't like you, she doesn't like you. She doesn't pretend and all of that. And so this woman happens to be one of those women that have really supported the Ooni of Ife. Amongst the 6 women that he married, from what we are hearing, they said this woman has been very supportive. The woman has been in that place where it's like, I want my husband to be happy, irrespective of the situation. And one thing that, is surprising about Dr. Elizabeth, this woman was never raised in Nigeria. She is raised in Scotland. And how, she is able to marry this, polygamy drama the way and handle it the way she is handling it is what I do not know. But the last time we checked, they said the parents were pastors. The mother has always been there, done that. And the mother gives her very great counsel from what we are hearing. But without digressing much, let me come back to what the subject is all about. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Della Rap. I bring you fresh and spicy just from the sauce is still on the royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you so much. I love you. Esheo, adukwe, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button and do not forget to turn on the notification bell and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. I appreciate you. Please kindly share my videos. Now, as we are hearing what we are hearing, they said that Ooni of Ife decided to travel on a very short trip with Dr. Elizabeth to the UK. And when she got there, they said Dr. Elizabeth was inside the apartment right there in Primrose Hill. Ebony came in. Ebony came to meet with the Ooni of Ife, and Dr. Elizabeth shut her out. Now, Ebony had waited for a very long time. They say she waited for up to, 40 minutes outside, hoping that Kabiesi was going to tell Dr. Elizabeth to let her in. They said Kabiesi said nothing. Whether Dr. Elizabeth did not tell Kabiesi that Ebony was waiting outside is what we do not know. Whether Kabiesi decided that he was not ready to see Ebony at that time is what we do not know. But what happened was that they said she waited for up to 40 minutes and Ebony did not come out and she was made to leave. Now, the reason happens to be that if you are living in Primrose Hills, hovering around is not allowed. Loitering around is not allowed and all of that. So when you come, you know exactly where you're going. You go in there and you do whatever business you want to do and you get out. You cannot come and be waiting outside for so long. Before long, they're already calling the authority. And because Ebony did not want that embarrassment, they say Ebony left. Now, Ebony left and went back. You do know how we feel when we think we have right over a man. This man, the last time we checked, was also the husband to Ebony. And Ebony must have thought that, look, how would a woman treat me this way? This has got to do with my husband. Why will I allow this? And they said Ebony came back to the Primrose Hill apartment and asked to meet with the Ooni of Ife again. But as at when Ebony was coming back to the apartment, there were Yoruba people who had already come to visit the Ooni of Ife. They were let in, as in they went in, and right outside there were some who were, greeting Ebony, exchanging pleasantries with Ebony. Some who have not even seen her physically before, they were very happy they were there. And now where they waited, people were allowed to go in. And because of the fact that there were so many people there, apparently, Dr. Elizabeth did not want to embarrass her. Dr. Elizabeth had to let her in. Now, when she came in, she sat where others sat and they were waiting for the Ooni of Ife. People were exchanging pleasantries, phone numbers, and all of that. And she was there with them. Now, people started seeing Kabiesi one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. And they said it was about 8 to 9 p.m. at night when she saw Kabiesi. But before she saw Kabiesi, they said the basbos, the wahala between her and Ebony. He said it was like they were going to bring that building out. That Ebony said to her, to Dr. Lizzy, when did you know Kabiesi? How dare you? Who gives you the guts? Where do you even come from? How dare you? How dare you? That it was such a, Ebony yelled, Ebony cried, Ebony was melodramatic, Ebony felt so bad. And they said the entire time, Kabiesi was inside the other area and never came out or coughed of her until they said that was how Ebony left again without seeing Kabiesi. What is all this? If this information is true, why would you want to put yourself through this? Is what nobody understands. As we are hearing, do not forget these are all alleged, rumored, speculated information making the rounds on social media. I'm going to bring you more update. I appreciate you so much. Do not forget I told you whatever you get on social media, you want to take it with a pinch of salt. Thank you so much.